hope you are well. Welcome to part 2 of the channeling I received the other day, and I've actually carried on today as well. So obviously an important message. I'm going to do another video of the experiences I've had around this channeling because they've been amazing and very strange. I've had a lot of things go on, so I'll be doing a separate video to that. Thank you to you all for returning and watching these videos. Thank you for commenting, and especially on my one where I caught faces of the shadow men around me. And yeah, that's, if you haven't already checked that out, please check it out. I have submitted it to Nuke's Top 5. Fingers crossed that it gets on there, but it doesn't. But you know, I've tried. So because it's quite stark, you can't see faces and myths and anomalies. But I'll do a video on the things I've been seeing in the last couple of days because they're worthy of note. So, but I want to get back to this channeling. So if you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe. Bear in mind that you can have an angel life path reading or just a personal reading from me. And if you want details of that, please contact me on my email address, and you can join this channel as well. We've got memberships. Okay, let's get on with it. If you haven't watched the first part, I really suggest that you do, because I'm just going to carry straight on. I want to make these videos shorter for people, and because it's murder trying to load anything over 20 minutes onto YouTube at the minute. So I don't know why, but it is for me anyway. Again, before I begin, remember this is not my opinion. This is a message I'm channeling. So there will be triggers in it. If it doesn't resonate with you, dump it. It's not for you, okay? You don't have to accept it, okay? This is what I'm getting from people who guard me from the 10th dimension, and they're not nasty shadow people. They are angelic entities, okay? But they like to be called what they like to be called, okay? So, I'll continue on. Remember, I'd got the Page of Cups and this wave that keeps featuring in, a wave of people and a wave of destruction coming across, you know, various places in the world. So we'll go on from there, okay? I got, and this is direct communication from these people. Zelensky is a good man, he fights well. And that was from McNamara. Remember, I've told you about the American generals and the English generals around me. And I've wondered about that today, and it makes a bit more sense to me. Bear in mind, my background is in history. I never expected to have people of this caliber around me, whatever you think of them. But they're there and they're real. And I've had to accept that now, okay? So that was, I think it's General McNamara, and talking about the global situation. It's very stark, it must be changed. And then he had said something very strange. Biden must forgive. Forgive what? I don't know. Something. Because he didn't really mention what it was. Then I heard, we know not what we do. The many toil, the rich are rewarded. And then it was knocking down doors again with Mary, who I've mentioned before, this woman with red hair, which could be a version of me after an experience I had today, which is quite weird. But she's got red hair. I have seen her before. I've seen her walking next to me when I've been out for a walk, when I used to walk in Ashridge, Hertfordshire, near Berkhamsted, where I used to live. And she keeps banging down these doors of misogyny, of but not just for women, for men, for freedom for all, you know, all genders, all, however you identify, yeah? And that's a big thing, and it just sort of suddenly jumped to that. And then I got the economy is going to be revamped, it must be changed, it comes, okay? Right. Then I saw a door, and it was looking out into darkness. And then I was looking out into a window of light. I mentioned, if you're from the UK, the place called, oh, look through the round window today, from the 70s. I was a child, very small one. So, yes, looking out into a window of light. Then I saw this angel, and this angel came into form. It's something to do with that plane that I see all the time, and the angel of death. And then I got, there would be culling, riots, pain, and this wave in 2023, which is kind of depressing, but there it is. I have to give the message. Oh, I'm getting my papers mixed up now. Okay, that's right, that's how it goes. Then I got, be prepared, war intensifies, the tower comes down and all are exposed. Then something I've seen, which is a little bit disturbing, because I saw fire. They show me a lot of everything. It's physical, but I could see this where I was filled with fire going over the walls, and then showed me that again burning, and then I was on fire. So I don't know. That's kind of nice, isn't it? What that means. Nothing toward. It's a message for all. I've just got that, so I mustn't worry. I hope not. Right, the contract was not adhered to. US government, the contract must be honoured. So, you know, all of you out there in the US, if you're historians or whatever, something to do with Washington, Biden, there must be something coming up. Maybe it's a political thing. I don't know, but it must be honoured. That's McNamara again. It could be something secret that I don't even know about, or any of us know about. But if you have any idea what it might be, please leave a comment, because we're working this out together, remember? And I love the fact that you are all doing that with me. It's brilliant. I love the comments for that. Then they started talking about the grey aliens, which kind of scared me a bit. Oh, I think the contract may be referring to this. Contract, yeah, with the greys. They are unhappy, action will be taken. And then I got Atlantis rises. We've talked about that in previous videos as well. I could see a lot of that. And then I saw one of my healing symbols over a stretch of sea. And if you remember in one of the previous videos, I talked about this X, which I've had constant references to. Again, another video coming up about that. Some very spooky things going on in here with that. An X. And it's like X marks the spot, and it's over this stretch of water where this platform was that went down to this city. And it had the 4 people I told you about, that are Atlantis beings, and that's how they want to be referred to, who came to speak to me. Okay, and who I wrote about in my book, Court of Londinium. It comes out with something completely different, but they assure me the city I describe is real, and it's there. I wrote about it. I'm not writing anymore. I've given up writing for quite a while now, so I'm not plugging my book or anything. If you're interested, it's Court of Londinium, and it's all connected to Knight of Swords. It's under my pen name Asta Steele and Arabella Kingsley. So if you want to check them out, have a look, because everything in there is a channeled message. They were basically preparing me with the writing. Oh my God, I've just got... Wow, thanks for the years of trying to make it as a writer. I'm not entirely happy about that, as you can probably tell. But anyway, so they are messages. They were priming me. Wonderful. So they are all relevant channeled messages. A lot of my life is in those books that they tell me about. A lot of my ups and downs, and in a channeled way. These images are definitely a language, a way of speaking to us. So check that out, Knight of Swords, Court of Londinium. Okay, for definite. And Manyo as well, which is the Korean word for witch, because that was referred to in here as well, with the ice skater in it. So these are all under Asta Steele, and they're all channeled messages. Okay, so make of them what you want. I'll put the links to them in the description. I didn't expect to be talking about them, but there you go. They're clearly important for someone. I would love to continue them, but I'm told not at the moment, not for a while. Okay, so one of my healing symbols, and yeah, remember I'm channeling with my, quite often in the dark or with my eyes closed. So that's why my writing, I do not write like this. That. Now that is one of my healing symbols that I use. So, right, yeah. And it's going down into the water, but it's over where this platform was that was referred to in the previous channeled message. Again, I'll put a link up to the playlist for that. Okay, so it's always the sea. It's a big theme, isn't it? The sea. Right. Then I got about Ascension symptoms, because I just felt nausea at that point. I have been having a rough few days, and I know somebody on the comments picked up that I was going through a massive cleanse and a purge basically, and my own son told me I was going through a massive transformation, and boy am I feeling it. And I have a feeling that I'm having to tell you that because a lot of you either are going through that or are about to. You may have felt really off, and you know, obviously if it's something that's really off, you get it checked out at the doctors, but some of it, in some cases, not all cases, will be Ascension symptoms. Okay, and then I got rise starseeds, spread the flame of light. It's needed right now. And the starseeds out there that I'm talking to, light workers, you will be visited and given instructions of what to do next. So it will come in whatever form. You may hear songs, you may see things, you may see things, you may see people, you may anything. It will come in all different forms, whatever is comfortable for you. Or sometimes it may push you out of your comfort zone a little bit, but don't worry about it. Okay, it's nothing to be worried about. Okay, and then I got Archangel Metatron. Is like a general who works with me apparently now in energy spirit form, and that came from McNamara again. Now I've had Eisenhower, I've had the works, yeah. Churchill still hovering around somewhere. I don't know why. Ain't nobody, yeah. But you know, and then I got again forgive Biden, and then that was the end of the transmission at the time. And what I got just as that went out was more news about aliens in the next 2 months. What was that one? And it's going to be hair raising. There have been abductions that have taken place, and they have been allowed by all governments. I get US government quite strongly, but they have been all governments. It's definitely very X-Files-ish. And they've just given me that. My own government too. More than I know. Okay. A lot of people have disappeared and will be brought back, many of them. But some won't. Some perished. We are sorry to say. Thank you. End. That's the way they go. Thank you. And off. And now I get a very clear end of transmission. It's not end of message, or it's end of transmission. So I don't know. I sometimes say column of light, whether it is a bit Star Trekky in the, you know, come in. But that is freaky. I don't like that. I really don't like that. Okay. Then I was just, I added them to it because I just started doodling these odd things. And again, please forgive my terrible big writing, and because I'm a very neat writer actually. You know, I've had high marks for my writing actually, so please forgive me. And drawing, I can't draw to save my own life, so we know that. So I was just doodling, so that it's just rubbish, yeah? Well, it's not rubbish what I was doodling. It was something that was coming naturally, and I believe this is some sort of a different type of communication. So I've just got this. I know, it's worse than play school. Or kindergarten, yeah. I don't know if anybody, that line's obviously off. It's 3D pyramid, but there was a column within it. and then it's almost like that was a figure, like a person standing there, and they were encased in a pyramid, which is what I do when I ground, and when I heal, that's what I do to everybody. So my eyes have gone darker. Why have my eyes gone darker? I have had a lot of spirit communication this morning with, so if you see my face change, because I can see it going. Okay, somebody's over me. Right, and then I got they want me to study the energy inside an orb to help my healing work. Now they've been talking about this Morsel orb, and then they've been giving me such a lot of information about this orb, which is something to do with creation, basically, and how this world is, and organic matter. So I'm going to stop this transmission here, and I'm going to do another video. Ooh, 1555 I saw there. That's a big number. That's usually massive change. So I'm going to stop it there, and because that's talking about after open channel. I'm not sure what that is, but there are more symbols than the next one. And I want to make it a bit so it's easily digestible. I'll show you one more thing that I doodled. I don't know. I say doodle, but it was quite clear coming through. And I've been doodling things like this for years, but it said cascade and a healing vortex. So I'm going to leave that there, and I'll do another video because the message is too big and I want it to be more bite-sized, because the next bit is just mind-boggling. Okay, it's definitely going up a level. So clearly we are going up a level because I think we're capable of understanding it. So okay, I shall see you next time. As I say, if you want a private reading, contact me on my email. I do angel life path readings, which seem to be very popular. People like them, and I did a reading yesterday and I had lights flashing and people walking around. I had all sorts going on, so many bangs and it was fantastic. A lot of spirit communication. So if you want them, they'll help you get on the path to what you want to be doing, as it help you get the confidence to be starseed communication with the people around you. Or I can do a personal one as well. I'm still going to work this healing out, but clearly I'm still on a journey with that until it gets sorted out. But these symbols are very real. And to the person who said that wanted a t-shirt with that orb thing that I talked about the other day, I think that's a fantastic idea. That we could be healing t-shirts. I really like that, so I'm going to look into that. Thank you. So yeah, I shall see you next time. And again, thank you for subscribing, sharing, commenting, get this on the algorithm and out there to people who need to see it. Okay, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you next time. Bye.